All right, we're back.
How's it going?
It's going pretty good. Finally back on the mic. We're going to have, it's me, Juan Martinez, here with Josh Andrews, both players for Texas Cavalry. We've got a premier matchup, I think. It's if we carry on the legacy from the previous USQ years. We have Texas State lining up on our left side, and we have University of Texas. Their club name is Longhorn Quidditch.
Correct.
Longhorn Quidditch. So they're just doing their team chants right now.
Yeah, I'd say in the college division, obviously the most anticipated game of the day. Two of the most storied programs in the Central Texas area, contributing to MLQ teams and club teams around the country.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know a ton about them. We have seen them play a few games today. I think they're both coming into this undefeated. So there should be some hype on this, and I'm pretty excited to be able to be a part of it. Do you have an idea of who you think is going to win? I know you're a little biased.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with the Longhorns here. That returning that MLQ core of Casey Beavers, Carolyn Tao, Davis Rowe, Josh Johnson. It's going to be hard to deal with. Kaiser Polzin is another name to really watch out for. I don't think a lot of people really know his name yet coming out of the Austin Outlaws program. And, of course, you have Jack Wang that's really spearheading the Southwestern beating of the college division next coming year. But we'll have to see what Texas State brings to the table. I know they have some experienced players as well. And David Avila is one quick person. He's going to be hard to take down.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this. I think we saw earlier Texas State went sort of toe-to-toe with Sam Houston State for a long time. And I think that's really gives a lot of credit to what Hayden Boys was able to do in the beating game. So yeah, I think if there is going to be a weakness, it's that, or not even a weakness, it's just that they won't be able to overpower Texas State with their beating game. So that's where I'm going to be able to, or I'm going to be looking and focusing on. So I'm pretty excited to see that matchup. I think both sides have really a ton of talent at that chaser position in that keeper
Absolutely.
position,
It's going to be a very fast chaser matchup. It's going to be the hardest Texas had to work on defense all day. So I'm excited to see how they work there and what Texas State brings to the beating game.
You have a bet on the over-under on David Avila fast breaks?
Goals and fast breaks or goals? I'm going to give him at least 3. At least 3 fast breaks.
I'll go over on that.
I like Texas holding a lot of bludger control here, so that's why it's a little bit lower. But we'll have to see if I'm wrong.
Yeah, we'll see how that plays out. We'll see how these chants get started. I think it's Texas's turn. What is their chant?
Do we want to keep it PG rated on the live stream? Ain't no hoe in me.
There you go. Well, we'll see who the starting lineup is. I think we've already designated, if the ball placement makes sense, that the Texas State club is going to start this game with bludger control.
Correct.
Which I think is my preferred starting.
Absolutely. It's when you have a great beater set, it's tough to score on, and when you have a great defense, you can turn it into offense in this sport. Starting with bludger control is crucial, but you know what? Bludger control cannot do is score goals, and that's what Texas is starting with the quaffle. So we'll see how this works.
We'll see if that priority also carries through when these beaters are playing defense.
Yeah,
I know that's
absolutely.
a problem I always have. So we'll see if they're able to focus on that quaffle and maintain, or be willing to give up control to prevent goals happening.
Of course, my favorite part of the game, the snitch on pitch time. Both of these teams are featuring new seekers. So it's going to be interesting, too, to go against a more experienced snitch in Justin Guillory.
That's true. I actually had a snitching experience earlier against UT, and they weren't able to catch me, so they might be in trouble. But we'll see.
I'm super excited for this game.
We're going to turn this camera around and let you see the field as these teams get ready to start. And we'll give some props to Claire as she gets this. Sorry, wrong buttons there. Let's get this started with Augustine Monroe drinking some water.
You love to see it.
Make sure your refs are hydrated.
He's spilling it all down his shirt.
And I want to go ahead and preempt everyone. I'm trying to keep time as best as I can, but this is not an official clock you see here. It's just to give you a general idea of how close we are to that 20-minute secret floor.
I think so.
Or a secret cap.
Which screen are we on?
What?
Is it us or?
If that's... So here we go. Oh, sorry.
I gotta go. I gotta take the mic.
The game is underway.
Can you give me just
We have Adrian, the UT keeper, with the quaffle, bringing it up.
Let me go
Kaiser
set this stuff
pulls
in
in
my
with the
car.
bludger.
Yeah, Kaiser Polson's going to bring up that bludger. He's going to see if he can get control as Texas gets harassed. It passes behind the hoops. Caroline Tao with a lot of quick feet movement passes it back up top. Josh Johnson with a chaser headband on, getting pressured by Texas State. Able to maintain control.
Oh, an
incredible
amazing catch by Paul Rodriguez. That's going to be a turnover.
Fantastic play by Texas State. They apply the pressure, they see the pass, they go out there and they basically take the beat so that they can take
Beat
control.
before. It's going to be Kaiser with the beat there.
And that's unfortunate to get such a good play on defense and then almost very quickly turn it over.
Maybe some pregame jitters, a little bit nervous. A lot of these players, it's the first time facing off in this rivalry.
And I forgot to start the clock, so immediately I'm already off it.
Kaiser pulls in with the catch on the trade. He's beat. Josh Johnson passes to Casey Beavers. Pump fakes the keeper. She's past him and knocks a shot through the top hoop.
You know, Josh has been doing a lot of those very high passes on those drives. I think he could have taken that shot, but it's good that the Texas is able to still get points off of that.
I think he could. I mean, when you have a weapon like Casey Beavers, who has a lethal mid-range shot, giving her the ball, never a bad option.
Texas State's Sean is at keeper. He passes it, but it's intercepted by Texas, and the fast break going the other way.
Great hit by the Texas State chaser. Adrian, the UT keeper, was able to power through it and just finish the dunk.
All right, what are we seeing out of this beating game so far?
You know, Texas State's held their own, to say the most, but Kaiser Polson's been making plays, a lot of trades. He's caught the ball twice now and has been able to regain bludger control for Texas. And that's been the difference on the two scores so far, is that Kaiser has 2 catches and Texas has 2 goals.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, we did see a good play out of Texas State, but they weren't able to capitalize with the goal, and that was a turnover. So now another turnover as Josh Johnson's going to try to do a fast break. He's got 3 defenders in front of him. He
Wow, an
dodges the
amazing
bludger,
dodge.
and too many nifty moves in a row. He was able to score on that middle hoop. There were 3 defenders and a bludger.
We watched it all MLQ season. This is a ball carrier that can play against any team, not just in the college division. So it's gonna be very fun to watch him this college season. See who can defend him. And David Avila is actually subbing in at beater, which is an interesting move.
No, he's just got a dark green headband. That's actually a keeper headband.
Oh.
He's got that quaffle in his hand. But Maya
Miscall.
Heinbaugh is in at beater. She is just as spicy as any other player out there that you'll ever see on the pitch. So we're seeing Texas try to harass and try to get control with their free beater. Texas State's got the ball behind the hoops. There are 3 different Texas State players. A long beat attempt from Kaiser doesn't land, but Casey's going to wrap up the Texas State player and do a few spins. This might just be a time.
Maya Heinema's
Actually,
thought
no.
about committing
Yeah.
to that, but wisely pulls out, I think.
Yes. So Maya doesn't want to risk losing control for, possibly not even being able to get that quaffle. Because Kaiser was right there on top of it as well.
Yeah. So Kaiser is red hot right now, so. Wow.
Oh, an incredible pass opportunity.
You're going to see a lot of that this season. Just Johnson the Beavers. They've been playing together for years now. And
Do you think they have a name for those
Lots of
backside
fun.
passes? Backside hoops? Oh, we have a stoppage in play.
right now, you might as well just call them buckets.
What's happening here with this stoppage? Oh, apologies. It is 3-0 for Texas.
It's a quick
Favorite
start.
Texas.
Texas State's starting to get into
Is it
what
4-0?
we think is maybe more of their starting lineup here. So
Every piece of this management is difficult. So, Texas with a 4-0 lead in the goals scored. David's trying to make something happen, get actually on the board for Texas State. Passes out left, a lot of bludgers on the ground. Kaiser's chasing one in the background. Pass goes behind the hoops. Kaiser's there to defend, along with Caroline Tao. Pass to the far side of the field, and another beat. Wasn't able to get that last pass off.
You know, it's worth mentioning Texas has really stayed in this double male beater set, as I'll get back to that.
Yeah, we got Kaiser going ahead of the quaffle and just basically clearing the way, but Josh was a little cautious, making sure that there was a success there before he dived in. And now he's dancing back and forth, top of the pitch. He's got a beater in front of him as Texas has control. Passes to the far side of the field.
He's got to say in front of him, as easy as that is to say,
Adrian.
harder doing.
And that's passed back up to the top of the pitch, center field. Kaiser's going to try to make a play. Decides not to, taps out.
Oh, shot no good. Picked up by David Avila.
A fast break in the other direction. We're going to see if the keeper's able to stop it, but
Ooh,
Kaiser's
Kaiser
there
with the
instead.
beat. Texas has stayed with that double set, 2 male beaters, and with Casey Beavers and Carolyn Towell in the chaser game, and they've really had some great results with that so far. Texas State with more of a standard set, but Texas has really been dominating the beating game so far, and that's been huge. They've really just been clearing out the beater and driving. Oh.
And there's that backside pass that we talked about. It was buckets, but not that time.
Not that time, you know. We're always going to have one play where you don't score, but I think Casey Beavers wants that one back. He's probably going to atone for it later in the game.
Probably will. We got a stoppage of play. It looked like Kaiser had lost a bludger and given control over to Texas State, but we'll see if that holds true. We're going to get a card as number 3 for Texas State heads towards the box. The score is still 4-0.
Kaiser's going to get a ball back.
Let me stop this clock one more time. But David Avila with the quaffle right at the mid-pitch line.
Texas still with control here, so not probably able to rip through his defense, but obviously the beater's in the box as well. See if they try to kill this penalty.
David passes the close side of the field. Casey Beaver steps out. Just apply a little bit of pressure as the beater steps out as well. Pass far behind. That beater's running back and forth, not tapping anybody, but he goes off broom. Catches the ball, goes off broom. It is a turnover. As Texas organizes their lines, they got 3 substitutions. And now we have a standard set with Jack Wang.
And Cameron.
And Cameron in at beater. Casey Beaver is close out of the field, passes up top to Josh Johnson.
And passes to Daniel. And at keeper now. It's a long hair. Powerful drive and dunk.
We do have another stoppage of play. I keep messing up the clock, so we'll call it 7 minutes.
We'll work with it.
And I'll let you know when they call out 19.
It's
How's
a
that?
working clock.
Oh, and it's still running. Okay, stoppage of play.
And Texas still with budget control. And they're in that standard set now, as we mentioned, with Jack Wang and newcomer to the team,
What happened?
Cameron.
David Avila with the penalty. Yellow card. Heading to the box. Handing that green headband over to... Can't see his number. But as we get started back in this play, we'll see how they approach having somebody in the box just as someone else comes out. But at least they have both bludgers now. Or both beaters.
Both beaters.
Maya posturing with Jack. Jack
by
catches
Jack.
it. And a reset is
And a
used,
beat.
but a beat
He uses
lands
the
as
ball.
well.
Oh, wow. Jack Wayne is clearing out a lane. A great play by the Texas State beaters. Still find a beat on Josh Johnson to stop the potential fast break, though. Pass to Carolyn Towell, blocked. Looks like it was heading towards that medium hoop and did not go in. Blocks at the hoops. Nice defensive play. Whereas watches Jack Wang really dominated the beginning of that possession, Texas State did a really good job of acquitting themselves of any danger there.
That's true. It's kind of the opposite of what we saw early on, where Texas State had a lot of really good beater play and wasn't able to score. So good job by both teams to be able to have plays like that. Sean for Texas State is beat.
Jack with some really long beats and some fantastic accuracy. Davis Rowan to the game. He's another one from that Outlaws core.
I think you mean champion.
MLQ champion Davis Rowe. USQ champion Davis Rowe. Pass to Will into the game now at Chaser.
A long crossfield pass. Davis Rowe catches that in the air, pushes it through the top hoop, banks it off the top of that hoop. As Sean McLean for Texas State, number 14 there with the green headband, brings it up to mid-pitch. They're going to approach the right side. I don't think they've come this way yet.
I don't think so either. Davis Rowe is beat though.
Pass far behind David Avila. He's instantly wrapped up. Another pass back out to the corner. It's not going to be there in time.
Ooh. Just couldn't make it there. Longhorns beater pressure is a little too much as Jack Wang makes a fantastic play. Diving to catch the bludger, keeping the trade alive.
Talk me through that catch by Jack.
Texas really showing their athleticism early. I mean, I don't know.
Well, he traded mid-pitch,
Well,
banked it off his chest, jumped through the air to catch it before it hit the ground.
yeah, a fantastic play by Jack Wang.
Yeah, and it looks like we got maybe some cramping or some slight type of injury for Emmanuel on Texas State. He's going to be sat down.
I'm going to say it right now. I don't know if there's another college team in the country that's as athletic as Texas.
Well, we've got a long season to go, Josh.
Very long season. It's a hot take. We like hot takes.
Yeah, never before stated as Davis Rowe cuts through the defense. Great slicing, dicing swim move thrown in there to dunk on that small hoop. No, I apologize. They've been scoring so much I have not even been tracking them in the scoreboard, but they're there now. It is a 7-0 score for Texas University. Jack Wang.
Nice trade. Texas State might get bludger control.
Texas
Nice play by
State.
Jack.
Oh, an incredibly long distance beat from Jack on that Texas chaser.
That's Jack Wang's probably third beat over 10 yards. That's just been pinpoint accurate. It's been impressive to watch.
They used to grade beats by distance in MLQ. It was always a scale of 1, 2, or 3. He's thrown a lot of threes.
He's
today.
thrown a lot of threes, and he's only been in the game for a short little while. Nice block, Davis Rowe. And
my perspective, it could have looked like it was
no good.
Yep.
Wow.
I'm not saying.
That's great defense by Texas State. I think they're going to hand that ball over to Texas. Yeah. Texas State wraps up. I think 3 different people were on that chaser. I think it was Davis for Texas.
Texas State showing a little bit of their own athleticism there, wrapping up Davis Rowe, known to be a very quick chaser, and shutting him down at the hoop and finishing up the tackle.
Yeah. We do need that athleticism to translate into points. So we'll see Paul Rodriguez is subbed in at beater. There's an opportunity.
Oh, that's
that
a
goes
bucket.
in.
Great coordination from the Texas State chaser to really focus, and that was not as easy as a finish as you think it would be.
No, it was a really long pass behind the hoops. They cut in pretty much full speed, caught it, and scored it right before a beat came in. And, Jack's a quick throw, so that's a really impressive play. So Texas on the attack now. They're on the far side of the field. Looping behind the hoops.
That's Omar with the score. Going off that medium-sized hoop and turning around once he gets behind it and putting it in. Mid-range shot.
First game. I was like, all right,
All right, and the
And
score.
at beater for Texas, Ollie and Porby.
Oh my gosh, I am not keeping up with this clock.
Paul Rodriguez beats Porby. Paul Rodriguez beat by Ollie. Texas State with a chance. Porby uses her bludger.
Texas State not able to catch that
Out of
last
offense.
pass. Corby with a nice long distance beat to make sure there wasn't even contested at that point. So another substitution at keeper for Texas as Will passes to the close side of the field. It might be a turnover.
Oh,
It is a
here
turnover
comes
and
the
it's a fast break. There's one defender
Oh,
there.
he gets.
There's not enough.
Oh, man. Ever since I made that comment about athleticism, Texas State's kind of been making me eat my words. They've been making some fantastic plays.
They're listening.
They were listening. But we like hot takes, so we're still going to take them.
All right, well, we just need to continue that run to make this a closer game. So Texas State has that opportunity. Paul Rodriguez is going to stand towards the other Texas beaters and see if he can have a successful trade. Texas State does have control, so Texas is going to take their time. Oh, and almost a catch. Texas is driving in.
A lot of spin move. Wow.
Stoppage of
They called it
play.
no good, though.
I'd like to know the reason why that's not good.
And that was a really impressive play. Davis Rowe getting it off to his chaser, and she hits a fantastic spin move. Like, talk about post moves. Puts it through the hoop, but called no good.
That's exactly right. I think that's.
I don't see. It seems like she might have been off broom at some point. Pass to Omar from Adrian.
Great defense, just not enough. Texas is all over the place. They loop around far side of the field to the close side of the field, pass it back up top, and then pass it to the middle hoop to finally get that score. Even though Texas was able to keep up with that, they just weren't able to solidify that. If you give me just a moment,
Davis Rowe with his trademark hustle, just getting to the ball before anyone else, putting the ball through the hoop.
Okay. We're changing mics, so apologize if there's any difference in quality, but we'll give it our best shot over here. Was not paying attention. What happened?
I actually missed it as well in our equipment change.
We do have what looks to be a goal for Texas State.
Yeah, it looks like a Davis Rowe might be getting a yellow card. He did get a yellow card, able to stay on the pitch because of the goal.
It is 90 to 30 on the official score table, so we're just going to catch back up and carry forward from here. So Texas is going to bring it forward. They cross mid-pitch, close side of the field. A nice cut to get around the defender, but there's a bludger waiting for him, so he's not going to continue. They're going to try the other side of the field. That bludger's going to go that way, too, and he's got a nice wrap-up.
Nice hit by David Avila.
No good. Just misses the shot. Even with the Texas player there, he cleaned up behind. He goes out of bounds, so we get another turnover.
David Avila with a great play, kind of stunning Davis Rowe with a great wrap and breaking that play. Texas was a beat behind, a second behind basically after that hit. And they weren't really able to get back on track during that possession. Nice play by David.
Yeah, we'll see what David wants to do on offense. We got some spin moves over there. Texas State maintaining control, but the pass is too high for Maya. She falls onto it.
And it's been a really nice weather, beautiful weather all day, but as soon as that pass was thrown, I kid you not, a gust of wind really came in for the first time.
It definitely wasn't Maya's fault. We know that.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so with that turnover, Davis Rowe passes back to Josh Johnson with the keeper headband. He's going to bring it across the field. Josh Johnson's not able to block that one. We got a turnover opportunity. He drops the ball, though, keeps possession.
Wow.
But misses the shot. Easy to call that. He said the same thing the whole way down.
No,
Stoppage of play, I'm not sure what that's looking at, but
that was a wild play, but it was very fun to watch.
could possibly be... Oh, we've got another hand up from another ref. Let's see if there's another penalty. But no, I think we'll be okay. So what do you think of this matchup so far?
You know, it's been Texas State's been clawing back in the last couple of minutes, but early on it was all Texas. Looks like Texas State's getting a little bit more comfortable. They're settling into the game, though. They've got 2 goals in like the last 5 minutes, so we'll see. Turnover here, though, it looks like Texas ball. So
As we rotate out of the top line for Texas State's beaters, I think there's room there for for Texas's beaters. I'm going to call them Longhorn Quidditch. But Texas has been able to have a 3-1 run there, but Kaiser Polson is back in the game. As a recycle opportunity for Texas State. Kaiser's cleared out that path. They loop behind. Davis Rowe shoots it, and I feel like every shot he takes is banking it off the top of the middle hoop. A stoppage of play.
there's a lot of groaning from the crowd. Let's see if the referee agrees.
Has the crowd ever been wrong about a call?
I don't think the crowd is undefeated.
Yeah.
As the crowd says in Quidditch, let the kids play.
It's just Quidditch.
It's just Quidditch.
All right, they're resetting the hoops. Quaffles in the hands of David Avila.
And the goal was no good, it appears.
Oh,
Another
Kaiser
great
wins that
play.
interaction.
David Avila, however, stripped at the last second by Josh Johnson.
On a great play.
No. have an injury on the pitch at the moment. He gets right back up though. Looks like he's all right.
That's good news. David Avila is a great player. He's been super friendly throughout this whole tournament, so it's unfortunate if he has anything lasting from this, but I think he's going to be okay.
It's like he might have just got the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah, it was really unfortunate. It was a great play by the Texas State Beaters. I think it's Ellen out there who was able to basically get control, but they just couldn't coordinate it correctly, so they didn't get to keep it. So Texas on the attack, no bludgers, really on defense. There's a jersey pull. Wow. You know, I'm not a chaser. I don't pull people's jerseys. Is that a rule?
Yeah, absolutely. You can call a jersey call, especially that one. It seemed like it was a little bit from behind too. So we'll see what.
I thought you were gonna call it a little bit of a jersey pull, but that jersey was almost off his shoulder.
Yeah, it was. You could see his full shoulder at that point.
So.
Who's number 3?
Oh, I'm not very good with names. So, well, they gave the ball to Davis, but they're going to give it to another player for Texas. Davis has an option. You can see there are no beaters there to defend. Davis is driving in.
Good hit.
In and out, cut, back and forth. They took a little bit too long as Sean picks up that quaffle for Texas State.
Yeah, Texas State's really been showing some physicality on defense these last couple of possessions. They're able to get some sticks last couple of possessions. That's what's really made the difference.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think here's an opportunity. Another goal goes in.
It's that nice mid-range shot on a little hoop. It's a shot that you don't really often see hitting that from right-handed players, hitting that little hoop while driving right.
Yeah, and this is extending that 3-1 run from Texas State into a 4-1 run, so we'll see how much further they can take this. If Texas can go on an 8-0 run, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, we're starting to get more of a game here.
Well,
nice.
Immediately answered by Josh Johnson with that backside hoop pass. It's going to be there all day. It's been there all day. It's going to continue to be there.
That is Annie with the goal, by the way. In for beater at Texas, we have Rebecca playing with Kaiser.
Fantastic. Let's see how they work as a beater buddy duo.
I believe this is Rebecca's first time in the game, too. So
Texas State whiffs on the beat attempt. Great dodge by Kaiser. Maya picks up the quaffle, but she is immediately beat by Kaiser. It's going to be a transition opportunity for Josh Johnson. He's got 3 defenders in his way. Cuts one. Spins onto that one.
The jump cut. Oh, wow.
There you go. I mean, without beater defense, if you can cut through 3 different defenders. Oh,
if you're a defender in the college division, that is Josh Johnson's favorite move. And he's going to get you on it almost every time.
Yeah, that's what experience buys you, right? Understanding how people want to play defense and what positions they're going to take as you approach. So he's doing great. Kaiser's not able to catch that bludger. Texas State making a no bludger opportunity.
Oh, what a great play. Going over Josh Johnson for the score. Texas State bucket.
And just a reminder, this time is probably not correct, but we're probably not terribly far off. But the score is 110-50. Texas State's at least able to answer and respond to that last Texas Longhorns goal. Josh Johnson with a push pass, he wasn't able to bring that in, and he's driving through.
Wow.
Who
great
is
power
that
by
player?
that is Daniel. He's shown some great power around in the paint, if you will, around the hoops.
Yeah, I think once he decides he wants to go in, there's really no stopping him.
Yeah, he's got a great first step. It looks like he's a powerful, hard person to take down.
Gets low, drops that shoulder, and pushes it through the hoop. So Texas State going to approach behind their beater for protection. Kaiser's going to take a shot, but miss. Oh, that pass was a little too low. And pressure from Texas State is going to prevent Josh from crossing that mid-pitch. No reset is used there. We do have 2 bludgers in the hands of Texas players as we have a substitution.
Oh, just kidding.
Oh,
a great play by the
nice.
Texas State beaters. Steal it from Kaiser.
But Kaiser's going to go get that ball back. They're going to dive for it.
Casey Beavers in that beater.
There you go.
We saw a little bit of that in the MLQ season. And a floater. Another one of Josh Johnson's favorite moves. Isn't that nice? Mid-range floater on the medium hoop.
You'd think that floaters would be a little easier to defend.
You would, but Josh Johnson catches you with his speed, and you think he's going to drive it, dunk it in, and he knows that hoop's open afterwards, and he drops it in with accuracy.
Especially when he does it with a no-look shot. Sean,
Nice
intercepted
pick.
pass. Turnover, back in at beater. Josh beat a little wolf beat there. But there's so much chaos on the field. It's changed possession. Is that a reset?
Wow. A crazy possession there. Started with Annie picking up the pass from Texas State, and Texas State winning a little beater battle for a second. And
there he goes again.
Oh.
He stopped that.
And he gets right back up.
I was going to say he stopped then.
Oh, man. We talked about him not being able to be stopped and then depleted, but
He can
so
shoot from the
strong.
ground, yeah.
Gets right back up.
All right, as he recovers his headband, Texas State going to approach on the far side of the field.
Augustine Monroe with a headband accessory.
And David Avila back on the pitch, so it's a good sign for his overall health.
Beat by Jack Wing. Jack Wing's in that game. Oh, my goodness. Jack Wing's beating everybody.
I couldn't even do play-by-play. That was so fast. It was Jack beating one player, beating another player, catching a bludger, and taking another shot just to make sure that Texas State's going to have to chase down that bludger. So Maya's finally recovered it, coming back up the pitch.
And another 3 in there for Jack Wing along with the catch.
I need an assistant with this scoreboard. All right. We're definitely not over 20 minutes. But that's what the timer says. This is a tryout for everyone. Oh, Texas State, Davis Rowe looking back. Nobody's going to take a shot for him. I do have that score.
Jack Wing creating another goal there off the not letting Texas State even get into the Texas third.
Jack's making sure nobody gets to leisurely walk up towards his goals.
Oh, great beat by Paul.
Jump squat, and Paul still lands the beat. And now he's making it up to
Like
Casey.
a book by Casey Beavers with a catch on. I missed. Oh, what a block! Oh.
Incredible plays.
Even when the Texas Beaters finally misstep, the Texas Chasers are right there for him. Here comes Jack.
And there you go. I mean, you had a moment there where Texas State was able to actually win this beater exchange. Jack was off broom. There was 2 bludgers and basically possession for Texas State, but they're just not able to capitalize and make that defense. While all that chaos is happening, Texas is still driving in for a score. All right, David Avila approaching Davis Rowe, saying no. Josh Johnson intercepting the pass.
Getting there quickly at that.
Stoppage. And that's 20 minutes. So I was only 3 minutes and 20 seconds off. So I think I've earned.
You know, when we're talking about Quidditch,
A
3
B
minutes.
grade.
3 minutes is not that long.
We're trying our best here. We'll 170.50 is the score. So we'll set that. Set score is it +7?
Correct.
You're on camera.
Set score will be. Oh, I'm on camera.
240.
240 because math is.
So we'll get that set up. We'll put that back on. In the meantime, is it lining up with your prediction?
I think it is.
Maybe.
Maybe. I mean, this Texas State team clearly has a lot of potential. I mean, I made that comment earlier about athleticism, and I was quickly proven wrong that Texas State can match this team with athleticism, but they're a little bit more raw. They're not as experienced as the MLQ core that this Longhorn Quidditch team has at its disposal. That's kind of just a luxury at a tournament like this, like at Breakfast Taco, certainly early in the year, that they're able to parade these players out that have played and won multiple championships in their Quidditch careers already. And a lot of these Texas State players are just brand new faces to the sport. So, but they're playing with them. They're making plays.
They're doing good things. What I think is happening is we're seeing a lot of really positive players from the beating game. They're just not in sync with the qualifier game.
Yes.
So both players on both sides of that are doing great things. We see great passes on offense. We see good, solid defense on defense. But they're just not able to string those together the same way that Texas has. And you've just got a solid core who's been playing together all summer. And I know there's a couple of those for Texas State as well. But it is really hard to overcome that. And, it's something that you can definitely do over the course of the season. And this is why we play Breakfast Taco, to see where we're at, right?
Absolutely. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Awesome. Well, we're going to get this turned back around to the field. set score there at the bottom of your screen, 240. That is 19 goals for Texas State or 7 for Longhorns. As they get started right away, it's a Josh Johnson pass all the way out to Davis Rowe. He's going to score or stop the play. I should definitely have started this.
The game time.
The game time.
Snitch is Justin Guillory, as we mentioned earlier, for just joining us. It's like Omar will be in for Texas at Seeker, and they're due to be released in 3 seconds. Maya Hinnebaugh and at Seeker for Texas State.
All right, 180 to 50 in favor of Texas. Who's this Seeker for Texas?
This is Omar. He's been playing a lot of chaser today. He has a couple goals in this game.
Nice. We'll see if he can. Oh, as Maya flies in from the side. Texas Seeker is beat. Davis Rowe, fast break going the other way, adding another goal to that total.
Maya Hinnebaugh attacking the Snitch tenaciously.
As bludger control. Oh, an incredible catch by Casey. Point blank range. Sean McLean is going to be approaching for Texas State, trying to find some goals for them. See if they can get back into this. Far side of the field, a pass, a dangerous pass, and it actually falls to the ground, intercepted essentially. Josh Johnson approaches. Texas State beater misses that beat pretty widely. I don't know if that was supposed to be a third. Yeah, that should have been a third bludger violation. That was a bad miss.
The beaters are still in the quaffle game for the most part. Haven't came over to tap out a Seeker, send them back to hoops to give their Seeker time yet. But, you know, I'm impressed by the growth of at the beater position by Casey Beavers, I have to say. She's not very experienced at the position, but she's making some great catches.
Yeah, I mean, she does have experience, though, especially in an MLQ team this last summer. So it's good to see that that's translating here in the college game. When you add those points for Longhorn Quidditch. Another pass from Sean McLean goes just a little wide. Josh Johnson's able to intercept that, so ball back in the hands of Texas University.
Ooh, between the legs attempt, not good. Oh, Snitch almost caught.
Justin Guillory taking a rest for a moment.
50-50 Snitch as both Seekers approached and tried to go for the grab at the same time. Snitch went down.
Kaiser Polson making plays in the beating game, by the way. He's not able to actually recover. It is a good series of beater plays. Texas State scores on the back of it. So while he doesn't control, he does add a point for the Longhorns. And now they're only 3 away.
Ooh.
Maya going between the legs
Very
trying
close.
to get a catch there. She's done it before. Sean McLean approaching, trying his moves. Far side of the field. Spins, cuts back inside. Let's see if he gets an open goal here. Goes across the pitch. Passes it out. And another pass from his just doesn't find the hands.
So close. The broom taken away from the Seeker, but Omar, the Seeker for Texas, has gotten close.
Yeah, as Texas is driving in again. You're going to have to repeat his name. Keeper for Texas.
Oh, that is Daniel with the absolute mammoth moves in the paint. Once
Daniel,
again,
the driver. I
Daniel,
believe is his name.
the driver. And
Once he decides he's going
David
in, you
Avila
can't
in it,
stop
Seeker. Oh, almost a quick catch. And Will in it, Seeker now.
Texas State driving in with the goal. He hits
That's
the hoop.
not Will at Seeker, excuse me. I don't know who that is. Will's at Chaser making a tackle right now.
Stoppage of play. We're 4 minutes in. David Avila adding a lot of speed and burst and length to this Seeker position. Maya's I guess a Seeker who likes to wrestle, surprisingly.
Yeah. Yeah, she is a very tenacious player, wants to get in there, and she'll go with anybody.
Yep.
Head to head with anybody.
All right, so we have 2 bludgers close side of the field, one in the hands of Twan, number 18 here for Texas State. There's another bludger on this sideline. No one in possession of it, and Kaiser Polzing is hanging out near the Texas State hoops with the bludger. So now we have a red card.
It's a fun fact about Kaiser Polzin. Actually never played beater before the MLQ season this past year. It's already developed into a dangerous weapon for the Longhorns.
So if you know me in the AQD forums, I'm anti-headbeats. and now we see an egregious head beat resulting in a red card. So, big fan of those calls. It is breakfast taco, so we got a lot of people learning a new position. So, Sean McLean able to score a goal for Texas State.
So alone time for David Avila on the snitch. Misbeat by Kaiser pulls in. Texas State beaters on the snitch. Oh, snitch is down though.
Stoppage of play. I think you forgot to stop the clock anyway, so we're just back where we started. How many snitches have you punched?
Over the course of my career, the snitches would probably tell you I've punched my fair share of snitches.
There you go. It happens.
It does happen. It's part of the wrestling physical nature of the secret position.
Yeah, Justin Guillory understands. Twan misses a beat on Kaiser Bulzen.
Oh, a beat at the hoops. Stopping Daniel the driver in his tracks.
Daniel the driver. Oh, they called it good though.
But they called it good.
He's just living up to that name.
Seeker pushes the snitch off pitch. It's going to result in a countdown. And interesting that he was able to go early on that. Ooh.
An exchange of points here. Texas State takes one down too.
Sean from Texas State, the keeper, has also been playing a fantastic game, hitting a couple mid-range shots that are not easy shots. He definitely has a basketball background. Oh, close from David Avila. Goes over, thrown to the ground. Very explosive
I
player.
apologize. We're keeping track of points there. That's the end of the game.
So enthralled with
so captivating.
all the action.
It's so hard to actually, remember to keep track of the points.
Check the scoreboard.
There you go. So 240 to 70 in favor of Texas University, the Longhorn Quidditch group. That was an incredibly engaging game.
Yeah, absolutely.
The score isn't really indicative of
No, it
how
was
even I think that actually was.
super exciting game from the start to the finish. Yeah, the score might have been one-sided, but Texas State showed incredible potential. I'm excited to watch them at Diamond Cup. I'm excited to watch them at tournaments coming forward in the next semester as well. Lone Star Cup this semester. I think they're a team that's to be reckoned with, and they've had a great day up to this point as well.
Yeah, fantastic. I'm going to put up a starting soon screen. I'm not sure what's going to be coming up next, but we'll be here for it. I want to thank you, Josh, for participating.
Thank you for letting me be here, Juan. Had a blast. Until next time.
Catch you at the next one.